Today I've got a special guest. He is the owner of Bad Wraps. It's a restaurant in Chattanooga, and it's a very, very interesting story how he arrived at it. It's going to be a great show, and I've been looking forward to this for about 3 weeks. So, Bryan, you are in the Christmas spirit, aren't you?
That's right. You see me.
You've got a really good, bubbly personality.
Okay.
Have you always had that?
I credit it to my mother and grandmother and then the circumstance of life. Because sometimes, man, when you go through what you go through and you still here, everything else is just,
Gravy?
What? Super gravy. Sugar gravy.
On the Courthouse Square at 30 2nd Street is the law firm of Logan Thompson Law. Since 1965, they have served the legal needs for the good citizens of Cleveland-Bradley County. If you've got a problem, they're no problem. Give them a call.
Are you from Chattanooga originally?
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yep.
So are you, how old are you, if I could ask?
I like to give out my age, but I don't give it out. Because I told everybody I am young. But I say I'm old enough to know better, but I'm still too young to care. And my mother's mother's 55, although she's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Age is just a number, isn't it?
Right.
It's just a number.
I tell you one thing. I just got gray maybe a year and a half ago.
Not much.
Yeah, but I got gray. I never had gray
Just
in my
a
whole
hair.
life.
When did you say?
A year and a half ago, my mother caught COVID.
Oh.
And I said, Mama, I was worried about it. I said, well, the whole time you was gone, you didn't worry about me? I said, I worry about you, but it's different now, Yeah, so I got gray then.
Well, I guess it's just, but some women like a little gray.
A little bit, a little bit. And the women thing has changed. It's different now than it was.
Everything is, to me, I just walk around, drive around during the day, and everything just seems different to me. I don't know if it's me or them.
It got to be just, I don't know, because I remember Christmas.
Uh-huh.
Christmas was Christmas, Jack.
Yeah.
Everybody was in the spirit. My mom, and we were poor. She used to get us in the car, we ride around and look at Christmas lights. That was a big thing for us. We didn't have much Christmas presents. But we seen the Christmas lights, and we ride around. Might spend $10 at George's, get us hamburgers. It was great. But now, man, some people's houses are decorated. I haven't even decorated my house, and it's just not there. Like Christmas Day, you see everybody riding scooters and big wheels and bikes. Didn't see that now. The next day after Christmas, you see the trash everywhere. Didn't see that.
I don't even remember seeing Christmas tree places for selling Christmas trees.
They all up Russell Boulevard, remember? Mm-hmm. When they had the car lot, they moved the cars.
Yeah.
And put the trees there.
And now nothing.
Nothing. The trees are now prefabricated, and they got a thing now with all this lighting. You just put a slideshow up, and that's your tree.
Yeah.
It's a 3D tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rather than plastic.
That's right. That's right.
But does Chattanooga different than when you grew up?
Oh, yes. Yes. A lot of things that you just grew up with is not there anymore. Payphones.
There's no payphone.
Payphone was the spot. I mean, when you didn't have a job, call me back at this number.
Yeah.
You wait by the phone.
Yeah.
And you get your...
You give them the number to the phone.
And they'll call back. Mm-hmm. No payphones.
Remember going into places saying, you mind if I use your phone? And they'd say, is it a local call?
Yep. I remember calling, it was with 411. You
get the weather and the time.
Yeah. You get the phone number. I said, I'd like to get Ms. Dee Burris' phone number.
Was it 411?
It was 411, but if you call 611, that's when you get the time.
That's right.
And all that. I don't know if they do that anymore.
I guess they don't.
The rotary phone.
I wonder if they do that now.
It's internet now. Everything is like on a dime now. And one thing I do want to do, I know this kind of throwing off subject, But I want to see at least 4 or 5 of my teachers who always said, well, you won't be able to keep that calculator with you all day.
Oh, I know it.
I doubt it. I doubt it. I got it right here. You know? Yeah,
Hey, remember they wouldn't let you take tests with a calculator?
That's
They
right.
considered it cheating.
That's right.
Nowadays, I think they have to have a phone in class to do the work.
Take the test, yeah.
I wonder if it's important to know how to do the math rather than just punch it in. And even if I guess it matters because you got to double check some things maybe because we can't believe everything.
Right. But it was great that we did learn that way because I see it's a learning curve now. Mm-hmm. Although sometimes I feel like I got the learning curve because, man, the kids, a kid can pick up a phone and I'm like, well, how do you do that?
Yeah, and it's just in them. It's not like they were trained.
Right, they know. When I left the phone with this big, literally.
In the case?
We had the case phone, we had a car phone, we had that big brick, the big gray phone with the long antenna.
Yeah.
That was it.
The brick.
Yeah, now you got phones in a watch. You got phones in an earpiece.
And some phones now, they got them in the glasses where it's just
Yep.
That would distract me.
And can you imagine, like, they were having the surveillance and all that stuff, and we thought the guy wearing a wire was super intense.
Yeah.
Man, he wore a wire, man.
Yeah.
You know, we couldn't even see it.
Yeah.
Now they got wires and glasses and earpieces and your ring, then your watch. Man.
We're on a wire.
See?
Right now.
Right.
There's no more privacy.
That's right. Now I can literally get your address and put a satellite on your house and hear everything you say, see everything you do. Mm-hmm. What?
If we think we've got privacy, we're kidding ourselves.
For sure. That's for sure. You don't have privacy anywhere. Like sometimes I met a guy, he said, before you speak, he said, say, I reserve all my rights with a special reservation and without prejudice. For what? Man, you have to do that. And it never dawned on me what he meant. So I got home and started reading, going on the internet and said, oh man, he was onto something. But you don't know then because it's a whole different, because you was brought up one way. And that way is not the way now.
Boy, it's just all different now.
Yeah, most definitely.
Well, a minute ago when you said when you went away, where did you go?
Oh, I went to federal penitentiary.
Federal penitentiary?
Federal penitentiary in 1989, June the 18th, the day my daughter was born.
Golly.
Yep.
What led up to that?
Well, one summer everybody was smoking marijuana. I don't know if you partake, but back then it was like
everybody smoked marijuana in the mid '80s, early '80s.
It was like little early '80s. We had like, if you had $10, me and you, what we do was split a nickel bag. You split $2.50, I spent $2.50. We'll buy a nickel bag of marijuana. We have rolled joints now. They don't have that now. I guess they got different blunts or something now. But we'll roll a joint, and we'll buy a fish sandwich, and we'll buy some candy. And we had like $4 left.
What kind of sandwich?
Fish sandwich. It was a lady.
Fish sandwich.
It was a lady in our housing project. Her name was Miss Sud. So the best fish sandwiches ever. We call it sewer trap. But we go there and buy a fish sandwich and buy a beer and we smoke weed and we be okay. We 14, 15. And then one summer, weed was gone. Like, man, we was getting red hair sets. And they came on the scene with crack. Oh, it was something that we never seen because we in Chattanooga, we in the west side. We don't have access to no hub of drugs. But the guy would come from California, from New York, Chicago, Florida, and they brought it there. So now, when we got some new shoes, it was Christmas time. Maybe birthday, maybe 4th of July, maybe Easter. Other than that, you got to wear the same shoes that your brother wore, or maybe if you had no brother, your sister wore, if you can wear a size. Mm-hmm. So now, the crack came. And man, money was going crazy. That's when Reagan was in. That's when Reaganomics was in. A lot of people don't like Republicans, but every time Republican office, everybody gets money. Oh man, I'm a Democrat, oh, I'm an independent. Man, if Republican office, you get money. But that's when they were bringing the drugs in town.
Well, who was bringing them? They bring them in a car, or how they do it?
You don't know. I didn't know then because we wasn't privy to that. We were still playing football and chasing girls.
Yeah.
But somebody has had an agenda. Like even the guns. And there's no way in the world that I should have access to an AK-47.
That's the same as a nuclear weapon as far as
that's a murder weapon.
yeah.
There's no way I should have access to cocaine. In the West Side Project, cocaine don't even grow in the United States. Period. So for cocaine to be in the project, in its rawest form, the rawest form is cocaine. They kind of tricked us back in the day when they said crack was the rawest form.
So crack is a chemical cocaine?
Crack is a derivative from cocaine. See, this is original.
Uh-huh.
If I add water to this, does it make it stronger?
Weaker.
Dilutes it.
Yeah.
But what the Reaganomics, when he passed the new law, said if you add water and baking soda to this cocaine, that makes it stronger. So we give you more time. So if you got caught with an ounce of cocaine, it went to 28 ounces of cocaine. That's what you were sentenced for.
God.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't 28 ounces.
No, just the ounce. But since by it being crack, they said it was more stronger. That was a lie. But that's what they sentenced us up under. And it was crazy trying to go forward. It was crazy that they'll sentence you for 28, they'll charge you with 28 grams of cocaine after you have 1 ounce. But they sentence you for marijuana. And it never dawned on me when I got sentenced, why would they do that? Well, cocaine is not illegal. Figure that out.
Well, that doesn't make sense, does it?
Right, but see, cocaine was, if a white guy was to get busted with cocaine back then, it was expensive medicine without a license. They get sentenced to the halfway house or maybe home confinement. We got sentenced for selling cocaine. They'll say, okay, well, this 1 ounce equal this much, but we send a sentencing guideline. We use the marijuana to see how far he goes on the guidelines. We didn't know that. So marijuana was illegal. So they said if you got one ounce of cocaine equals to 10 pounds of marijuana. So you sentenced for 10 pounds of marijuana, you go to jail. They don't give you years, they give you months. I didn't know what that was about neither in effect. So now when they sentence you, you go to jail for the time, like you're like 109 months. You're like, man, what is that? You add the one, carry the one, trying to figure out what's going on. And they put you in the handcuffs, carrying you on to prison. Some kind of way when Obama got in and Eric Holder, they said, well, crack, the 100-to-1 ratio is wrong. So they changed it. But why they changed it, not because they were trying to say the ratio was wrong, they legalized marijuana. Now, the predicate on what the sentence was you got sentenced for the marijuana weight. Now that the marijuana weight is legal, the marijuana is legalized now, they don't have a predicate to hold you. So that's why they let a lot of guys home. Everybody like, oh man, Obama changed the law. Man, everything got good, Obama did what he had to do because marijuana was no longer illegal when some states adopted the legality of marijuana. Now, Trump did let us go, but that was a whole different subject. Trump did something else. I'm a recipient of Trump letting us out. I still had 8 more years. So we didn't know that because it's new to us. I mean, we
How old were you?
When I got arrested, I was 17.
17 years old.
Yeah.
And what did you do? Just have an ounce of marijuana or something?
It was one of the guys I grew up with. Well, I didn't grow up with. He's from the south side of town. Him and his friend got arrested. They was good. One was a basketball star, one was a football star. They got arrested at the Crystals, messed with some young girl, and then they agreed to wear a Y on me. That got me and 2 other of my friends incarcerated. Now, you got 5 guys now that hate each other. Friends. Now we hate each other. So now what you did, you divided the friendship, you made 5 enemies, and you sent everybody to jail. Who wins?
Nobody.
The government wins, because now you don't have any money, so you got to work in a Unicor. You don't have any money, so your mother got to spend all her money to send you something for the phone, send you something to go to commissary. Now, if the other guys get out, we hate each other now.
But what were you thinking when you got arrested? Did they just come to your house or what?
No, when I got arrested, the guy who got arrested with the lady at the Crystals, he came and wore a wire on me. But they didn't arrest me that day. Because what they do, they call themselves, they get more and more information. Because when he came to arrest me, the music was playing, so they didn't get a good audio. And he came in, we had a restaurant then, so he could have got the drugs from anybody. So they had to get us again, so that way they did a controlled buy. This time I had a friend from where he stayed and a friend from where I stayed. Now, can I get names? I know we get names.
Maybe not. What do you think?
First names.
First name.
Okay, well, it was Bernard, Robert. Robert was from the south side of town. Bernard was really from the south side of town, but he stayed in the west side now. And he was a good friend. He used to go with my sister. And we had Lindy and Mark. Now, all those good friends. Three of us hustling. Bernard didn't hustle. He was working.
What do you mean by hustle?
We was actively selling drugs.
Oh.
So that's in the street. But Bernard, he just worked. And so when the guy came over to buy some drugs from us, he was wired up. So when he came to get the drugs, I had some. I said, well, hey, nah, go down there and pick it up for me. So he just picked it up and walked on to the thing. But what we didn't know was the other guy was wired up. So when he was wired up, all the police came. We struck out. I get away. Because the money he gave me was marked. I threw the money in the air. And everybody was in the neighborhood. So they see the money, they shoot at the money. And the police fall over them. They don't know where to go. I'm hiding, running, and we get on down. So Robert went to jail, and Bernard went to jail. I got away. I'm finna go out of town. But well, I ain't doing anything. I don't have no drugs. I don't have no money. So I said, shoot, I can go with a lawyer, go down there and get on out. Well, I went to the lawyer, got out. They gave me a bond. 2 weeks later, they put me in jail. Didn't see the street no more until 96.
But so how much money was in there that you could have taken?
He came to buy like 3 ounces, so I think an ounce was going like $1,200 an ounce then.
So it was
$3,600.
substantial then.
Well, when you 17, 18, that's a lot of money for a guy who been on food stamps all life. You know, so yeah, that was great then, but it wasn't no big money. It wasn't enough money to warrant 10-year prison.
No.
Nowhere around.
What kind of drugs was it?
Cocaine.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was. I didn't sell crack.
Yeah.
I sold cocaine. But, you know, they could take it and make it use of crack. But what that effectively done is it put Bernard at odds with Robert, put Robert at odds with me, and all three are at odds with Lindy and Mark. And all his friends. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but it breaks down. So now, I want to kill this dude. I want to kill him. For what? We was all selling drugs, and if you read it for real, the government should have stopped the drugs from coming to us. Because we don't have no access to it. But, you know, it ain't on them not to do wrong.
Did you even know it was wrong at the time?
Well, you kind of figure, because we didn't have that kind of money, man. $5,000? You had all the money on worth.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't like you didn't pay something for it, right? I mean,
you had to pay for the drugs. But the thing about it is this. My indictment said United States of America versus me. So I'm like, wow, that's the same thing that Bin Laden indictment says. Same thing that Gaddafi says. I'm like, the whole United States of America? I never been to Iowa. I never been to Montana. I never been to California.
You're just down in Chattanooga.
West Side. I never been to Ottawa.
Where's the West Side, Chattanooga?
Man, when I say it's right by the courthouse, you can take a rock and throw from the courthouse and hit where I was. Now, I never knew the courthouse. I knew it was the post office.
So is it south? Is that?
It's downtown.
Well, what's the name of that road? It's
Carter Street, Poplar Street. I mean, it literally, you can from the courthouse, you can take a rock and almost hit the west side.
Does they have a convenience store where you can buy bologna sandwiches there?
Yeah, we used to have bologna burgers.
Boy, they're good. I've eaten there.
Bologna burgers.
Boy, they're good.
Yeah, bologna burgers. Yeah, bologna burgers. Yeah.
Boy, they do the business. Yeah. They did the business then, didn't they?
So so it was okay. So we all went to jail, man. You know.
So describe that feeling at 17. Was it devastating, or was it I'll get out of this, or?
Well, I'm thinking because they ain't catch me with nothing, you know.
You'll get out of this.
Yeah.
Is that what? Did they give you a public defender? Obviously.
I had a guy named what was this joker name? Oh, man, you shouldn't have asked me. Lee Orkwine. William Orkwine.
Did he do good?
No, he didn't.
Oh.
No, he didn't at all. And because you know when you go to jail, you meet jailhouse lawyers, you meet all this stuff. Horrible. He done horrible. And I got 109 months.
So that's how many years?
That's 9 years and 1 month.
So when they told you that, did you just your knees buck when you collapsed and started crying, or are you thinking, "Oh, I'll appeal this like they do on TV"?
Well, you don't know about appeal. I'm just getting to high school. So when he said 109 months, I'm like, man, that's like 2,000 years. And I'm trying to carry the one anti-disgrace. I'm trying to do the stuff in my mail, but he's still talking. But you can't own a gun, you can't vote, and he's still talking. I'm not listening to that. I'm trying to figure out what this 109 means.
Yeah.
So he said, "You were managed to the custody United States Marshal." I look around, and at first it was always the deputy sheriffs and the sheriff department. Now these guys coming like they came in for Miami Vice. They got the suits on with the guns, and they put me in a handcuff. I'm like, who are these people? You know, so I don't know where I'm going. And they don't take me to the county jail. They take me off to a prison. I'm like, wow. So I go all the way to Alabama.
Had you been in the local county jail until the...
Never. I'd never been to prison.
So it was literally green.
Yeah.
All right, so where'd you go to Alabama?
I went to Talladega, Alabama. That was the holdover facility there. So I went from Alabama, and I stayed in the hold. So now it's like, I'm leaving the county jail to stay in a federal penitentiary, but they can't let me out because I'm too young, first of all. And they got to see what my classification is. Then when they see my thing, they say, man, this guy, he ain't killed nobody. They want to put me in the penitentiary, but they don't have the right to put me in the penitentiary because, you know, I don't have a violent crime. I don't have a violent past, never been to prison, not no bad record. But guess what they did?
What?
They put me in penitentiary. I went to Atlanta Penitentiary.
Did you plead guilty?
Yes.
You said, I'm guilty.
Well, I said I was guilty. But see, that's another thing. When you go to jail, when you go to prison, get arrested, they got a thing they call, before they sentence you, they do a PSI. That's a pre-sentence investigation. So now you know the judges against you, the prosecutors against you, the not district attorney, but the investigating officer against you, and the guys who testified, they're against you. So the PO come in there, not the PO, but the probation officer. He's a pre-sentence investigation officer. He come in there, hey, my name is David. I'm all right. You know, I understand what you got to do. Man, I think it's terrible what they're doing to you. You want some Coke? Yeah, I'll take a Coke. You know, because you know in the county jail, you don't get anything. Yeah. He said, man, I'm just want to ask you a few questions. Let me use the restroom. Everything, have you eaten? You know, so you broke down. You think, okay, this guy cool.
He's going to help me.
Well, he's going to be, he's fair. He's not like these other jerks, man. So he said, hey, man, do you work? I said, no, I never work, man. So what do you? I'll be working at the club, at the restaurant. I said, okay. So I said, you know, he said, you got any kids? I said, yeah, I got some kids. You take care of them? I said, yeah. You do Christmas? Yeah, I don't never miss a Christmas. You got big Christmas? Yeah, you know, man, you're a good father, man. You know, that's what I do. You know, so you think it's cool?
Yeah.
So the day you get sentenced, he said, well, can you read the pre-sentence investigation report? I said, yeah, this guy's never worked none of his life. These other guys work, because the other guy, one was in the military, he's in the Air Force. Other guy worked for a factory. Other two guys was going to play professional sports. They were really good. And their careers got messed up behind this also. So it made like, I'm the worst guy ever. I'm the mastermind. And he said, man, this guy never worked. And he always spent big money at Christmas because he got these kids. I'm like, bro, that's not what he said. You know.
What's the point of that?
Well, he does that to lengthen your sentence.
Why does he want to do? Why do people want to do that?
That's the nature of the beast in the federal government. Because my crime, had I got busted with the 4 ounces they tried to buy, it only carries 28 months. But they say, okay, well, when the guys come in to buy some drugs, any guns around? I said, I didn't have no gun. Did somebody have a gun? Because he had a gun, he had it on him. Oh, Robert had a gun? No, the other guy had a gun. Maybe he did, I know maybe not. I know I didn't have one. Yeah. Well, we found a gun. I said, okay, well, it wasn't mine. But the gun was there. I said, I didn't see a gun. But by them saying the gun was there, they raised my level 2 more points. So my jail will go from 28 months to 48 months now. He said, well, how many drugs did you say? I said, 1 4 ounces. But they said they wanted to buy 9 ounces, and they said you had sold them 10 ounces the week before. So anyway, they come from 4 ounces to 36 ounces. No drugs, remind you. But by him saying that, That's what he bought, and that's what he seen, and he heard dude that just bought 9 ounces. He go from 36 ounces. But a 36 ounces take him 38 months to 109 months.
Why can't it just be what you did?
Right.
Just what you did.
I'll go further than that. Once you get to 9 years, 109 months, if you do your time, you know, you do 85% of your time in federal. So if you Jesus, not if you the best guy, if you Jesus, you still got to do 85%. Well, when you come out of prison, they put you on what they call supervised release. That's another 5 years. So now, the most this crime could carry was 9 years. You do the 9 years. Now when you out, you got to do 5 years on supervised release. Well, if I get drunken and driving, I'll get to fighting.
See, that's not right. When the time's up, you should be out.
Right. But guess what they do? They give you the 5. If you violate on 5, they can send you to jail for the 5. And when you get out, they can reinstate the 5. So now I can do 10 years for drunken and driving when I can only do 9 years for drugs.
And if you drive down here and get stopped for something, they may say something else and you violated some kind of probation.
That's right. That's when you asked me to come to Cleveland. I said, man, can we do it in the daytime?
It's got to be scary.
It is. Because and then once they run your name.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a guy who such.
Yeah, we need to Terry search you.
Yeah, you can do anything. And he can have a blunt. Oh, we found some drugs in your car.
Yeah.
You had a hit.
Your word against theirs.
Yep. You know how that's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I was got stopped for running a stop sign at 8:30 in the morning where nobody was around. And I pulled down to the Burger King. I was going to go use the bathroom, and they pulled up behind me.
Right.
And that was half a mile from where the stop sign was. And they Terry searched me.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know they were stopping me. I was going into the store. They said they thought I was trying to escape, and I said, into the Burger King with my car running?
Right.
It didn't make no sense. And he felt in my pocket and said, "What's that?" And I couldn't think of what was in my pocket to save my life.
Right.
I said, I don't know.
Right.
And so he got some rubber. He handcuffed me, and got rubber gloves and reached in my pocket. And it was my vitamins. And he said, "Oh, those are just vitamins." I thought, well, how does he know they're just vitamins?
Yeah.
How did he even know that?
He could have been anything.
It could have been anything.
Yep.
So it was bogus anyhow.
Right.
For what? Running a stop sign?
But you probably forgot to let out the part. He asked you this. You probably remember. Is there anything in your pocket that can hurt me and stick me? Did he ask you
That's
that?
what he said. But I think he said, I'll tell you what was going through my mind. I got this friend of mine that had given me a bag for Christmas. It had a coffee cup and a stapler and a little knife that was about an inch long, one of those you fold out and it's a screwdriver or a knife. And what went through my mind is, did I put that knife
in my pocket?
Which I didn't, but I couldn't think. When you're stopped like that, you cannot think rational. Well, and if you think that getting Terry searched and handcuffed is not demoralizing, you haven't ever had it done.
Right. And then, hold up, think about it. Now, think about this. If you get that done over your head knowing you just come out of prison.
Oh, God. That'd scare you to death.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'd confess to anything. You'd just be
like,
scared.
Man, yeah, you'd be like, man, what is this? And then they say, okay, he can be a jerk.
That's where they get defund the police. Yep. And you think that's a crazy idea, but you let them do something like that because you ran a stop sign, you was walking into Burger King. I don't know what's fair, but I know that's not fair.
Yeah, and just think, now, it gets ugly. Say I had a violent charge. I done time for a violent charge.
Yeah.
Maybe I assaulted an officer. Oh, you want to beat up police? Now it goes from a terror stop.
Right.
To maybe even a murder.
And all you were doing was going to the bathroom.
That's right.
I told him I had to go to the bathroom.
That's right.
He should have said, all right, go to the bathroom and then come out.
No, he said, okay, he's trying to destroy evidence. He had a gun. He went for my gun. See, all that happens. All that happened. The phone, who you calling? Is that a gun? Put your hands up in the air. Don't come at me. Boom. Then, it's like.
It's really scary. I mean, somebody could get shot.
Easy.
And you don't even know.
For nothing.
And I'm in Cleveland. I've been here all my life. And I was thinking to myself, I mean, I probably, know more policemen than the guy stopping me.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
I just don't understand it. But now describe when you went, the first day you went to federal prison.
Well, the first day I went,
you're what, 18 by then or still 17?
I'm 18. They fingerprinted me.
But you were 17 when you did it, but 18 by the time.
They fingerprinted me. You strip searching. That's really demoralizing.
Oh, I can imagine. It's just Terry searching. Yes, I can imagine.
You got to get stripped. You got to open your butt cheeks, raise your foot, cough, squat, do all that stuff. Run your hand through your hair. I'm like, man, my hair is super low. Run my hand through what? We got to make sure you ain't got none in your hair. Are you serious? What can I have in here?
Yeah.
So they make you do that. Then they make you take a shower. Give you some stuff. So you got to put on some old, dirty drawers. Man, I ain't wearing them. You got to wear the drawers. The drawers is terrible. Somebody else than warm. They do everything to get you out of what you thought you was what you thought you were before you came in there. So,
what's the point?
It's some psychological thing. They got a whole psychological staff that use psychological components to control the masses. They might put you in a cell and cut the air up and don't give you no blanket. Yeah.
Stuff that you would, and all they had to do is say, "Oh, we didn't know the air was up," or something that could be.
It was cold. We didn't know.
We didn't realize that. You should have said something.
We gave them a sheet.
Yeah.
We was out of, and you go to some prisons, they don't have clothes. They don't have clothes to fit you. They don't have socks, shoes, shower shoes. So you might lay on the floor with a pair of 8X clothes on.
That makes you feel stupid. I mean, you can't
move, and then you on the floor. Or some guy that urinated or defecated and they ain't cleaned up yet. Yeah, so.
But when you went, were you? What was your thought?
Well,
I mean, I'm 18 and this is it, or what?
In Alabama, I was like, okay, this ain't no bad. I mean, it's terrible, but I'm in here by myself, and you hear guys hollering and, man, somebody new, the scare tactics they do. So I'm like, man, I got little sides on. I'm like, man, I wish one on would, But you don't know what's going on. So they took me from there, and we rode. Now, you have to remind me, I've been to Florida maybe one time, maybe Atlanta. I've never been to Alabama. If we did, we rode through it. I've never been there.
Yeah.
So I go in Alabama, they take us out on a bus.
Wait, how long had you stayed there?
About 3 weeks.
So not long enough to...
But it was 3 weeks in total isolation. Then the county jail, I might talk to him. We can get some commissary, But in Alabama, it was straight isolation, 24/7. They let you out an hour to walk around, and I couldn't walk with nobody because I wasn't classified yet. So they don't know they can put me with the criminals. They don't know what's going on. They had to wait till my paperwork come to Chattanooga. So when it came, they said, well, you probably go to a camp. You never been in trouble. A camp is really nice. If you go to a camp, it's this is the camp. Imagine your house with a fence around it. That's the jail. Your mama can come to the fence, talk to you every morning. That's camp. I went to the penitentiary. When I went, they got 40 feet walls. On top of each wall is a gun tower with a guy with 30-06.
So you don't sell 36 an ounce of cocaine anymore, right?
Oh, no.
But I mean, that's why you were there.
That's exactly why I was there.
Which is, all right. Yeah. So go ahead, go on. So when you got there the first day, until then, are you thinking, well, I'm gonna get out of it?
This cool. This all right.
This ain't so bad.
Yeah, I'm in the room by myself. I hear some guy hollering at night. I don't know what's going on.
But still, you're thinking, I've got to be here 8 years.
Well, it's like that, but I'm young. I'm get out. It don't be no thing. But then they carried me to Atlanta Penitentiary. Now, Atlanta Penitentiary was still smoking. Because I don't know if you know, they had a riot. And the Cubans have burned Atlanta up. When I got there, it was still smoking. You still see the fire coming from the front of the building, and they transferred all the Cubans out. So when I went there, what we were doing really was cleaning all the stuff that they tore up and building the prison back up. 'Cause we free labor. And it was a few killings there, but it was horrible. Because when we went up the steps, it's like 50 steps. We go up the steps, they close the door. Boom, boom, boom. You like, man, Al Capone died in here. You looking around like, dang. They got us shackled. You know, we walking like zombies. And everybody there, I'm like, man. Then we get to the compound, it's open. Now you got, this is the first time I ever seen somebody speak Spanish. You seen Scarface, but like they said 2 words in Spanish, you didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I see the guy dark as me. Long Jerry curl, got gold teeth. He's speaking Spanish. I'm made crazy. I said, man, that guy crazy over there. He talking to these white guys. Why you talking to these white guys? What's going on? They wasn't white, they were Spanish. But I'd never seen that because all I seen in America, I mean, in Chattanooga, was maybe an Asian. You know, they had some Cambodian guy go to school with me.
Yeah.
And white, maybe a native. But that's all I seen. So when I see this guy, he talking this, man, who is this? Then I see some Russian guys. Then I see some real Jewish guys. And I'm like, man, I'm on Star Trek. It was amazing to me because, and then you find out, man, I don't supposed to be here. Not because I think I'm this great guy, but these guys are really criminals. When I say, because back then, we were the drug guys, young guys. We didn't know anything. These guys were really criminals. They're like you had mob guys,
dangerous people.
Oh yeah, they was arson, kidnap, bank robbers, murder for hire guys. I mean, they was real criminals. So I don't know if you from Cleveland?
Yep.
You ever heard of the Cornbread Mafia?
No.
Well, these some guys right from Chattanooga, local guys. They were really, really big guys. But I wouldn't know them. They walk down the street right now, I couldn't tell you who they were.
Yeah.
But I met them in there. These guys had places on Sand Mountain and Lookout Mountain. I didn't know Lookout Mountain and Sand Mountain went through Alabama and Georgia.
Yeah, they call it the street, Three Mountains or something like that.
But they owned all that. And they was big drug guys. Had a Mr. Holder, had a lot of people, but I didn't know them. And I see these guys, I mean, like they real criminals. I mean, I'm like, wow, man, why am I here with him? I can't even get on the phone. I got to beg and get $20 sent up here, and them guys, millionaires. So I'm looking around, I'm like, man, where am I at? Then I was there maybe like about 3 weeks, somebody gets stabbed.
And you're staying where?
I'm in Atlanta.
In Atlanta?
Yeah. Somebody gets stabbed. I'm like, man, that was terrible. He said, yeah, man, it's going to get worse than that. Like, worse than getting stabbed? 3 days later, 5 guys got killed.
How'd they get killed? Just in the yard?
Yeah, and because what happened...
So you don't read about that in the newspaper, do you?
Oh, no. I mean, sometimes it come out. When they stabbed the guy, his guys, it was a riot. And like 5, 6 people got killed. I'm like, wow, man, what I'm doing? So now, there's a lot of those guys like me. They from Florida, they from Georgia, they from Alabama, they from Mississippi. But we young, you know, so we really babies in the joint. So all of us the same age, we like the same things, but we don't know nothing because these guys are criminals and we just in the way. So a few guys try to teach us something, a few guys try to buffalo, but we say, man, look, it's us. So we got to do what we got to do. Them dudes old, man. We got to stick together. So we formed our little mob. The young guys, was guys.
No matter what.
Yeah, we got.
No matter what race or anything, y'all just sort of banded together.
You don't have to worry about race. It was us and Spanish. There wasn't no white guys going to prison.
Is that right?
Oh no. Google it. Google the ratio of white prisoners from 1985 to from 1985 to 1990.
So it's pretty much all.
It was all black. It was all black and some Spanish. White guys wasn't going to jail. I told you what they do. They would send us white guys to the halfway house. I didn't know that was a sentence. You know what the
For
halfway
the
house?
same crime?
Yeah, you know what the
Yeah, I've
halfway
got
house
a
is?
friend of mine that was there, and he'd come into Cleveland and visit and drive. He'd come by here and visit and drive back.
Yeah.
And
Do you know what kind of sentence that would be in if I got sentenced in the halfway house?
it'd been a whole other story, right?
Oh, yeah. We probably would never had this conversation.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Were you scared there?
Well, I wasn't scared. But when I seen the prison, I'm like, man, this is horrible. I can imagine what it looked like at night. It looked like Castle Grayskull. And then when I seen the dude get stabbed, it was like, okay, well, maybe he
You
had...
saw him get stabbed?
Yeah. Oh, man, how many times? I mean, it had come to the point where I think every guy who come out of prison, even some of the low, but if you went to the penitentiary, yeah, you got PhD. And you can tell a guy when he come out of jail. If you eating at a restaurant, you see a guy eating like this, with 1 feet out like this. and
1 foot out?
Yeah. That's how we eat.
Why 1 foot out?
Because you got to be ready to move
Oh,
if it happens. And it's crazy because when I was at home eating, my mom said, "When am I going to mess with that food? That's your food." And you got to catch yourself because you in that mode. Because that's how you had to eat. And you eat real fast because you don't want nobody talking on your food.
what do you mean talk on your food? I mean
Like me, you talk, something come out your mouth. You can't take it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, if something come out your mouth, hit my food.
But why don't I think about that at a restaurant?
Because you didn't have to deal with that.
But I mean, I got people sitting next to me at a restaurant.
It's a whole different thing.
It's like all you got to.
This
like all you've got to protect.
This yours. It's territorial.
That's all that's yours.
Yeah, territorial. And when you in the prison, you just go to a restaurant one time. Go to restaurants one time. You don't have to just lay back and look at the guys. I'm gonna figure how many guys been locked up and the women. Okay, she been locked up. They say, "Hey, man, welcome back." When we locked up together somewhere, that was they gonna ask you. You say, "Nah, I know the sign." Yeah, so PTSD is something real that everybody should go get checked up on. Come out.
And I don't know what they can do about it either. You.
Well, you need counseling.
But were you in a cell with someone else?
When I was in Atlanta, they had 8-man cells. I told because prisoners had like everything is upgraded. Prison upgraded now. They got a prison right now that's totally manless.
Like robots and automatic doors?
No, automatic doors. The food comes on a conveyor belt. The shower comes, turns around. You don't come out the cell. You have no human contact. Your mail comes on a TV screen.
Golly.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even think of that.
Yeah, you have no human contact. That's what Gotti was. Matter of fact, I was locked up with Gotti's brother.
What was he like?
Gene,
Yeah.
cool as a fan.
Is that right?
Cool as a fan. I met him in Arizona, Oklahoma.
Most Italians are good
Yeah,
people.
man, he was a cool as a fan. Now he had bodyguards. That's how you know it's a different jail and different sentences for different people.
He had bodyguards in the jail?
Yes. And everywhere he got transferred, his 2 bodyguards went with him.
Who paid for the bodyguards?
Probably the family on the street.
But how did they get to walk in there and sit?
No. These guys are arrested also.
Oh, so they're just they're.
No. Say I got arrested. I'm not a big guy. But this the big guy. He know I'm from Chattanooga. He know I'm from Chattanooga. Well, he gonna get 3 big guys to watch his back. When you got money. Now, Gene had dumb money. So every time Gene get transferred somewhere, these 2 big guys go with him. They don't do that in the Fed. They done that for him.
That'd be a good job, wouldn't it?
Well, no,
Protecting him.
they're arrested also. They in jail.
But I mean, if you was in there, that'd be a pretty good.
Well, no, you're not going.
Gig.
If you Italian, the blacks can't protect him. No, he got his people protecting him. No, and this is when I get transferred. I can't say, well, that's my friend transferring with me. Man, who are you? But he get transferred, they going with him. They gonna be in transit with him. They gonna be at the next spot with him. When they get to the compound, he gonna have his own cell, and them guys gonna be next door to him or in the cell with him. Cause now it's just 2 people in the cell. Used to be 8 people, 8-man cell, 10-man cell. They don't do that anymore.
Would you rather been in there with the 8 people or just 2? Was it like?
Well, it was cool because when I got there with the 8 people, I met some good guys. They were older guys. Like I said, all those guys were older. We was young, and they said, "Man, come on, man, you can't do this. You can't," because they really schooled me. Because a lot of things I was doing, you probably could have got myself killed had I not been in there with the 8 people.
Because you got 8 experiences.
Right. I read 7. Well, it really was 6 because me and Carrie. But Carrie was white though. But Carrie was like 29, 30. So it's kind of different.
Yeah. And there were some whites, just not many.
No. Carrie was the only one I can remember. And I just remember him now because he was my seller.
So what do you do all day? Play checkers?
No. Well, we were young. So when we go there, that's how you know we weren't on criminal time. We was trying to play football and basketball and listen to what's your name playing pool. And the criminals were like, look, have your girl bring these cigarettes. Look, bring this drugs in here. Look, make this wine. That what the criminals was doing. We didn't know about that. How do you make some wine? We didn't know that. We got fish sandwiches from the west side.
Yeah.
So they were on criminal time and we were just on time. But you adapt quick and you see what's going on. And when you see a couple of guys get murdered, you're like, man, look at we on who are you with? Now you start looking for signs now. If you move and this guy move, okay, y'all together. So now I know, okay, if he try to bring me a move, he coming.
So you're keeping an eye out for all that stuff.
You gotta be vigilant. Then when I learned the guy was speaking Spanish, that was a whole eye-opener to me. Cause dude say something, and then the dude go over there and do something. I gotta see what they got going on. So I learned Spanish.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I learned Spanish, so I like, okay. So now, and you get to seeing cultures. You get to seeing different things. You get to learning stuff. And it's like a school. It's most definitely like a school. But jail was horrible. I mean, you had some time when you laughed and kikied and ha-ha, but other than that, it was horrible.
At what point did you say, I mean, to me, you would have to go through a depression.
You got the first Christmas behind bars, horrible. And me and my brother was walking around, and he said, see up there right there? Because I seen the towers. I didn't know it was. He said, go on the wall right there and take a picture. So I go on the wall. Get off that wall. They got a big old bullhorn. I say, get off that wall. And I look up. He got a 30-06. He said, they got them on every tower. And they pay these people to kill you.
So what do you mean your brother?
Well, this guy.
Just friend.
Yeah. Well, his father used to date my mother. So.
You just called him brother.
Yeah, and he happened to be locked up too. So, yeah.
Not for the same thing or just something
drugs.
different?
Not for drugs.
Not the same incident?
No. That's what it was. It was drugs. Well, if you see him, I promise you be like, oh, that's your real father. That's your real brother. Because he looked exactly like me. But yeah, so we and him walking. He was there before me. So he kind of like seasoned me up too. But yeah, it was horrible.
So how long did you have to stay in Atlanta?
I stayed in Atlanta for 3 years till I got in trouble. I got into a couple of fights. I'm young now, so I got a couple of fights.
Was it because you were irritable or in a bad mood or the situation?
No, just young guys being young guys. We still young.
I mean, was it something that wouldn't have normally made you mad if you weren't locked in a cage?
No. We was young. If I'd have been on the street, we'd have probably done the same thing. We young, just young guys being young guys.
Yeah.
Then they're like, well, I ain't cuffing up. So we get to fight.
Yeah.
I go to the hole, and then I go to the hole and at the arm with somebody else. I was really just acting out because I'm a youngster.
By then you're
21,
22,
yeah, 21, 22, and they sent me to Oklahoma City, El Reno, Oklahoma. That's when I met Gene Gotti. They was giving us our clothes.
Because of the fights and stuff?
Yeah. They sent me to Oklahoma. And from Oklahoma, I went to a place called Texarkana, Texas. I stayed there maybe like about a year and a half. Didn't like that. I'm going to. Well,
do you get to choose to leave?
No, you don't get to choose to leave when you cut up. You get they gonna send you somewhere.
So they just send you a letter in the mail says
No. They pack your stuff. Or they put you in a hole. They go get your stuff and they put it on the bus and you gone.
They like trade you like baseball cards.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is.
We'll take 2 of them for that.
Take 2 of them. We're gonna bring 3 of these over here. But there wasn't no games back then. So I went to 3 Rivers from Oklahoma. Mm-hmm. That's when I got caught up in the murder charge. And when I get caught up in the murder charge, that's when all the gangs start coming.
So had you murdered somebody?
No.
Just a...
No. A guy used to hang with me.
Uh-huh.
We was a cool black guy. We were out there playing poker, and him and the Spanish guy got into it. Some kind of way he got his throat cut. They killed him. And by him hanging with me was cool, but what happened was one of the Spanish guys who was involved in the murder was my guy. I mean, we played handball together, we hung out, so it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So now it's a big riot because it's blacks and Hispanics. So now it's a big old war finna go down. Mm-hmm. And some kind of way, I had to go to court. Like I was involved in the murder. So we went in the county jail. That's when Selena got killed. Remember Selena? Mm-mm. The beautiful Mexican woman. She might have been one of the prettiest Mexican women ever.
I should have remembered that.
She got killed by Yolanda Salazar. She was a singer, Selena.
Selena, what was her last name?
I don't know. I just know it was Selena.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I'm now dropped dead, but the girl who killed her was in the county jail where I was at. Mm. Yeah, but we went to jail, went to trial, beat the murder charge, and everybody went home. And I went from there to Lexington, Kentucky, where everybody wanted to get to Lexington. Lexington was like the best spot in a prison because you know why? Lexington was co-ed. So I'm like, yeah, finally get to go to co-ed. So when I get there, I see 3 ladies, 3 girls. Like, man, they ugly, but that's all right. I see some more later on. So I got a little outfit when it got shaved up and everything. So I come out. I said, man, where the girls at? I said, they over there. I said, okay, I seen some this morning. So when we at that 4 o'clock camp, we think we're gonna hang out with them. How about all the girls who had been moved to the camp? They wasn't on the prison no more. What I seen wasn't girls.
Oh. Golly.
Yeah. But see, that's the first time I ever seen a man with breasts. And I knew they were ugly, but geez. He said, oh, man. He said, who did you see? I said, I seen 3 girls. I said, man, I know who you seen. So they laughed at me all day. I said, man, I don't know. Yeah.
I've been in here so long.
Yeah. No, it wasn't that because the whole time when I'm locked up, man, go to Lexington.
All you'd see is women on TV.
No. Oh, Lexington was a yard that had women and men on it.
So you could visit or whatever.
No. Women was locked up on the yard with men. Men stayed in the dorm, women stayed in the dorm. They work out together, they work together, they eat together, they go on a rec yard together.
Boy, that'd be a recipe for a disaster.
That was the greatest prison ever. The people, they started getting pregnant.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not what stopped it. What stopped it was a couple of guards got the girls pregnant.
Yeah.
So they took all the girls out of the yard and put them in the camp. No man can work at the camp. It's only women. Yeah. But it was like, that happened when I was in court. Because I'm like, man, I'm going to Lexington. Man, I'm straight. Me and girlfriend, I'm straight. And the whole time, they took the women off the compound.
Were you there till you was released?
No. I cut up some more. I'm young. I cut up some more and I went to Ashland. I went home from Ashland. No, I made it to a camp from Lexington. Because what you do, you start off at the pen. If you be cool, you go to a lower spot. Well, I cut up, then I started being cool. So after Lexington, I was cool. They said, well, we're going to let you go to a camp. Well, the camp I wanted to go to was in Atlanta. Because Atlanta, I can get a furlough and go home. Because it's like an hour and a half. They let me go to a camp in Manchester, Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Horrible. Manchester, Kentucky sits in the inside of a mountain where it's been hollowed out. It's called a hollow. This is not a camp. I was still in prison because you couldn't leave. Horrible. I hated it. I said, man, you got to send me out of this camp or I kill somebody. What? Oh, The same hour they came and got me and took me to the medium.
Golly, just because you're using hyperbole. Or
Yeah,
just,
but I hated it. I hated it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, 'cause you work all your time to get to the camp. I want to be at the camp in Chattanooga or in Atlanta before I can go home. Because you know they going to give you no furlough to go all the way from Mexico, from Manchester, Kentucky, home to Chattanooga. So they sent me there to Ashland. And Ashland was okay. That's in Kentucky too. There's federal prisoners all over the United States. And so I went to Ashland and I went home from Ashland. I was in the halfway house for like 4 months, 5 months, and caught discharged. Yep. They came and picked me up one day. I jumped the fence and got on down. Yep.
all right, go over that again.
What part?
You just said so you tried to escape?
No, I left. I didn't try to escape. I left. You got to realize the halfway house, you're not
Handcuffed?
confined.
Oh, I see.
Like this is the halfway house where we at right now. I go use the restroom, drink some soda, go outside and walk. Mm-hmm. I was at work when they came. I worked at a place called the Sports Barn. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
I worked there. And this guy named Wayne Jackson, I will call his name, one of the terrible police. He came down there and called the people at the front desk. Said, this lady had called me. Said, Bryan? I said, yes. Say, are you okay? I said, yes, ma'am. Why wouldn't I be okay? I worked at the front desk. I was the attendant. She said, what's a guy here talking about he had a warrant for your arrest and you're a pretty big guy. He gonna wait for some security to come, wait for some backup to come, cause you are dangerous. I said, me? He said, I'm thinking, cause there's another Bryan that worked downtown at Sports Barn. He was a big guy also. I said, no, let me go out there and see what's going on. I went to the back door, jumped the fence. When I jumped the fence, my foot got caught in the fence. Took my shoe off. So I'm running around the corner. And I see him in front, got his little gun doing all this. So I go see a guy right here, and he arguing with his friend, telling me, man, give me $20, man, until I get paid next week. Man, I ain't got $20. I said, man, my car just broke down. You want, can y'all give you $20 to go, let me go get some gas? Take me. He said, yeah. He said, no, I'm trying to give him. I said, bro, I got 20 if you can do it. He said, come on, man. I said, do it. They'll get 20 right there. I got to go back to work. So I got in the car. And when we was riding out the Sports Barn, about 15 police was coming in with the lights flashing and everything. He said, man, what happened over there? I said, I don't know. I just got to get to my car. He said, man, where your shoe? Man, what you did? So I like, man, I ain't got nothing. That's why I got to eat in. Yeah. Man, get me on my car. He like, man, you can have. I said, man, you need to drive. Because I'm nervous and scared now.
Yeah.
He drove me to the poker house. I gave him $20 and I went to the poker house, got some money and left town. And I was gone for some years, man. I was gone for some years till I got arrested in Memphis. Yeah, when I got arrested in Memphis.
And the rest, what was the arrest for in Memphis?
The arrest for in Memphis was counterfeit money, believe it or not. But I'm on a bogus name. I'm Dee Burris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but they say, well, who are you? I'm Dee Burris. So I go to trial and I lose in Memphis. So the day I lost in Memphis, they had to give me time served. Now, I'm going to tell you something else they did. I don't know, it's kind of a long story, but they sent me to prison for a mental evaluation. Well, if I'm in prison, do you think I'm locked up?
Yeah.
I went to North Carolina.
There.
I went to North Carolina, Butner, North Carolina, and they did a mental evaluation. The lady said, man, this man's super smart. What is he here for? But I stayed there like 9 months. I said, you got me in there with convicted criminals. I shouldn't be in there if I'm not convicted. This is prison. Now, you could have sent me to an outside hospital and got the same. So the judge said, you right. They gave me time served. So now, I'm going to get released. I'm thinking I didn't go because I still got the warrant in Chattanooga that I went on the run from, that I don't know about it. They never served me the warrant. I just went on the run. Well, Wayne Jackson came up there. The TBI came up there. Secret Service was there because I got arrested with counterfeit. You had Kentucky police, so whoever got arrested on this case I'm on now, they got arrested in Kentucky. And you had the people who arrested me in my first case. All of them come up there. And you had the DEA. Man, I had 6 people with handcuffs on me. I said, I'm not that guy, man. I'm Dee Burris. And Memphis said, well, we can't let him go. This is Dee Burris. He done his time. We got to go. No, this is Bryan Slayton. I said, man, I don't know what y'all talking about. So I go back to the county jail in Memphis, stay there for like a week and a half. Then about 6 marshals came and got me, took me to Chattanooga. I go to Chattanooga, I go to trial. Go to court the first day, get arraigned. I said, man, y'all need to let me go. Y'all got the wrong person. I said, no, you Bryan Slayton. Wayne Jackson said you Bryan Slayton. I said, well, this case is statute of limitation run out. Well, we'll see about that. I said, so they put me in the county jail. And then the next day they put me with a guy named Rocket Joe Houston. I don't know if you know him. You know Rocket Joe?
Is he from Rome County?
Rome County. Rome County. Him, you got a brother named Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky probably was one of the best guys I ever met since I've been locked up.
Is that right?
Crazy as a road lizard, but I'm talking about solid gold hard. And me and him talk, man. Guess what he was in jail for?
What?
He killed 2 police. They supposedly killed 2 police. Him and his brother. Guess what they did? Federal charge now. Guess what they did?
Guns?
Yeah. Well, murder.
Murder. Yeah.
Yeah, they murdered. But he got gun charge and murder charge.
Yeah.
They, they represented themselves in trial and won.
They must have been pretty smart.
Well, I tell you what, his dad used to be a sheriff in Rome County. If you ever ride 4-wheelers?
No.
Well, if anybody ride a 4-wheeler, that little net to catch the bugs?
Yeah.
They thought of that.
Is that right?
They became millionaires from that net. Just ingenious, man. Who thought, I never rode a 4-wheeler, but catch the bugs, they built it.
Be better than a windshield.
Yep. So they did that, and they got dumb paid off that. And but I heard Rocky was dead. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I just remember hearing the story.
Yeah, but I said, why am I up here with this guy? But he was a good guy. But he was a dangerous guy. Rocky knew karate, the whole nine.
What was the worst jail? Or prison?
The worst jail is Bradley County. I hated Bradley County. That's when you said come up on there's a guy named Orkwine. And there was one in between Nashville and Winchester. It was horrible. But the worst prison I probably was in was Pollock.
Was it bad?
Bloody, they call it bloody Pollock. Yeah. Head gets cut off, stabbed. You know how hard it is to cut somebody's head off?
Oh, it'd take a minute, wouldn't it?
Well, with a hatchet, no.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw, no. With a big saber, no. But with a toothpick and a homemade knife, yeah. You got to pull and chew and all that stuff.
Do you think some of those people that are bad are just born bad, or you think society makes them bad?
You got some guys you can look at and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna go this way. Not that he's scaring me, but you don't know the unknown factor with this guy.
But after being in prison, can you look at people and pretty well size them up?
You do that. You do that all the time. That's a survival skill in prison.
So you learn that it's a real skill.
It's a life and death skill. Cause you don't, like I say, if you do this way and he move like that, okay, y'all connected. From now on in my mind, y'all connected. So if I see you, I look around and say, oh, there goes buddy.
But can you look in somebody's eyes and say, now that guy'd run, or that guy wouldn't run, or that guy will misunderstand?
You can tell. You can tell. Now some guy got that plastic face, and you can't tell. That's the guy who I seen cut the guy head off.
You avoid them.
No, he had a plastic face. I mean, he was just great guy. I had one guy, he said, man, you know what? I hate homosexuals. All right, man. Every time you come around, you're going to keep saying that. You must love them. I'm trying to hear that. So I'm telling him I hate him, man. I said, okay, man. All right. The next morning, he got up. Every homosexual he seen, he killed.
Golly.
Yep. Stabbed him about 40, 50 times. Something be on God's mind that you just don't know. So now when somebody say something, you take it as a grain of salt. You say, oh, okay. And man, I'm sick of this, man. That CEO say something to me tomorrow, it's on. The captain said something to him, kill the captain. Kill him. Right in the child line. So that happens.
Did you stay hungry in jail?
I did, but because we didn't get the good food. I mean, holidays now you ate pretty good, but you didn't get the food that you wanted. So sometimes you had to improvise when you make your food.
Was there salt?
Yeah, you got salt. Well, I'll tell you one thing: it's too much salt. In jail, it's too much salt and too much sugar. If you track a guy from 20 to 30, going in at 20 at 30, when he come out, two things gonna happen: you're gonna have high blood pressure and maybe diabetes.
Because of salt and sugar.
Snacks, salt, and sugar.
But do they give it in the lunch, or is this the commissary?
Well, they it's kind of like both. It's kind of like both, but mainly it's the commissary. So you really buying yourself diabetes or buying yourself
And
high blood
plus,
pressure.
it's sedentary lifestyle. It's not like you're out
Well,
working or running.
You can move around, but what happened maybe like 99, 98 was Zimmerman. This guy named Zimmerman. They passed the bill because what he was saying was guys would come to prison getting bigger than guards, working out and doing all this stuff, so they took all the weights out. And they took all the microwaves out. So it kind of got hectic.
Why microwaves?
That was part of the Zimmerman Act. That's what they called it. They took the microwave, the weights, and the cigarettes. So now,
If you're stuck and you don't have nothing to do, why not eat something out of the microwave, smoke a cigarette, and work out a little bit?
well, the cigarettes will give people cancer.
Yeah, but that's their business.
Yeah, but see, it's their business, but it's bad business for the government.
Because they got to take care of you now that you got cancer.
Right. So, you see that, but they have to do the same thing with high blood pressure, same thing with diabetes, same thing with, what you call that when they had to give you on dialysis? Same thing with kidney failure dialysis. And, not cancer. Then you had a lot of guys had AIDS. So those are some real costs. And then, like, if you go outside to get a surgery. Yeah.
At what point did you ever say at some point, I've got to turn this thing around, good or bad, or was there any moment, or, of course, you never did do anything that was horrible, so it's not like you could say, okay, I'm going to quit killing people now, because you weren't doing that.
My thing was this: I'm not going to let my mother come to a funeral. Now, I'm not going to be in the way. I'm not going to do nothing crazy, but I'm letting my mother come to a funeral. And I'm going to stop other mothers from going to funerals. See, when I got arrested for the second time, it switched from that guy I was the first time. I started being a mentor.
Now, the second time was in Memphis, right?
Right.
Had you made the money, or how did you do it?
No, I was on a run. I was on a run from leaving here.
Yeah, but that was sort of like,
I
was at the halfway house. You should have ran back to the halfway house.
No, but see, the thing about the halfway house is this. No, when you're in the halfway house, you're still in prison.
Yeah, but if you run back there, then you wouldn't have ended up in Memphis, right?
Well, they probably would have shot me.
That's how scared you were of the system.
No, not that. Just the thing about it. My thing is this. When you on supervised release, when you I come out the halfway house, I got to report to my PO. Every week, every other week, every month. Mm-hmm. So if you really wanted me to live, tell my PO, look, can you come down and take a urine test?
That's what they should have done. Instead of coming to your place of work.
That's not what.
They even had the wrong guy.
Right, and they had guns. Because the lady called me and said, man, this guy said, you a big guy, you dangerous, and he know you to have a gun. Well, you know me to have a gun. So they came, Wayne Jackson, he came with guns blazing, and all the people. So when they came in the sports bar, that's a high echelon.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So when all those guys with money seen these people come with guns where their kids and stuff play, it was a big thing in the newspaper.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, who is this guy been behind our desk the whole time? You need all these guns. Mm-hmm. But I was gone then. But yeah, all they had to do was say, man, come down and take a urine test.
So in Memphis, you get arrested for using counterfeit money.
Mm-hmm. No, I got beat up, shot, and robbed for having counterfeit money. And who beat up, shot me, and robbed me was the Memphis Police Department.
But how'd you get the counterfeit money?
Well, I met somebody when I was on the run.
Because I had $1 the other day, $100 bill, and I took it to thing, and they said it was counterfeit, and they took it. I don't even know where I got it.
Yeah, that's the thing. They take them when they find them.
Mm.
And what they had going on back then was they had a thing called a super pill. It came from Korea, so you couldn't tell.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So it was like non-detectable.
Well, maybe mine was, but I don't know. They brung up the Korean bill, said, "But this is on par with the bill from Korea." I'm like, well, I still don't know what you're talking about. But I got found guilty in trial of that. I went to trial, got found guilty, and they sentenced me to time served.
So either way, is that when you said, hey, I'm going to switch this thing around?
When I went to prison, and I see some of the young guys.
After Memphis?
Yeah, I never got out. But when I got arrested in Memphis, I never touched the street. I didn't see the street again till 2020, when Trump cut me loose. But I see some guys, and Burris not a common name. Joe Burris.
Don't know him.
Joe Burris, that's the quarterback.
Is he?
Oh man, Joe Burris he won the Heisman.
Is that I know nothing about football.
Yeah, but see, when I see that name, I said, man, who your daddy? So I'm locked up with the guy's children who I was locked up with when I was a kid.
Golly.
So now it's like I'm kind of obligated, not to them, but just to the father to look out for them. So now I become mental as opposed to being a guy who was cutting up. So when I see them cutting up, hey, come on, man, let me holler at you. Like somebody did to me. But I'm more apt to be, because I'm at an age where I'm old enough to tell them what to do, but I'm still young enough to say, man, I feel what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. And so now I become OG, opposed to being just a guy that was locked up, young guy. Mm-hmm. So I started having the guy, look, go to school. Here, man, take this HVAC class. When you get out, man, you got a whole career. You ain't got to just do electricity. You can go to the truck stop and just fix ACs in the truck stop. He said, man, that's right. Yeah, take this computer class. So I got a whole lot of young guys that I'm mentoring now that's doing the right thing. And you can start working out. I got a little workout class, and I'm going spot to spot. They even gave me the keys to one of the cars. So that was cool. So yeah, you get to the point where you like, because how I got past jail was this. I turned my mind to think like this. It's not that I'm locked up. It's you locked out. What that mean? I say, listen, every time I call home, you ask me what we doing in here. Like you just said, what you eat? Mm-hmm. How you doing? Yeah. See, it's more important for you to know what's going on in here than for me to know what's going on out there. I said, y'all come to see me. We don't have no money to pay bills, but you come and paying that little money you got to come and see me. So once I clicked it on like that, I started killing jail. Jail wasn't.
You reframed it in your mind.
That's right. And I started helping the young guys. So now I got 4 or 5 young guys out now doing good. And 4 or 5 more get out. Then it's a whole network of guys who really took heed of what I was saying. Even to this day. They call me right now.
But do you remember the point when you said, I'm going to get out of this thing. I'm going to get out.
Well, when Obama come in there, I said, okay, we got action. Maybe something going to happen. It didn't happen. Not for me. But our law did change to take about 5 years off my sentence.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. But
I guess you'd still be there, right?
Yeah, but no. I would still been there if Trump hadn't passed the law.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You'd have.
But Obama took 5 off and Trump took 8 off. But it's crazy that when Trump put the bill in, the guy who signed the bill, who's the last signature, came to the restaurant that I own now.
Golly. What's his name?
It's Bob Corker.
Is that right?
I said, man.
Yeah, he's from Chattanooga.
Yes, I said, man, I know you.
Did you know him then?
No. No, I know when he came in.
He just signed the bill.
Yeah, I said, man, I know you from somewhere. He said, man, I used to be a mayor. I said, I don't know no mayor. He said, I used to be such a Bob Corker. Now, Bob could have been the vice president of the United States.
He was headed that direction.
He turned it down because him and Trump got into it, and then he picked Pence. Yeah. And picked Pence.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'm talking to the state senator. I can call Bob Corker on the phone, bro. I got his phone number. Bob, how you doing, man?
They say he's a great guy.
Man, he from the ground up. Because what happened, he got his money the old-fashioned way. He earned it. A lot of people have money. You come from money, you come from money. You can't stop because you come from money. Yeah. But he kind of earned his money. So it's a different rich when you earn it opposed to when he was given to you or handed down to you?
There's a big difference. There's a difference between being poor and acting like you're poor.
Right. So he talked to me, man. Matter of fact, I come down. He got me. I'm on the mayor's committee now to help stop the violence in the city and even downtown.
But wait, back up. When did you know you're getting out? Did you get a letter in the mail?
Well, you know,
or you have to sign up for it?
No, what happened? Well, we was everybody because every year in the bill come in the law come out, you try to see what's gonna help you, and then nothing never helped me.
Where do you find the law at?
Well, we got a
online
law library. Well, we can't go online. They have LexisNexis where you can go look at cases, and we have like CNN. We have to vote on prison reform. We have to vote on such. So if this law passed, this would occur. So we get all the laws.
All right. When you saw that, how long did it take you to?
Well, nothing never fit. Nothing never fit, man. I want to go here, it didn't work. Go here, it didn't work. I'm like, man, you get frustrated. Oh man, you know, he get out. Man, this guy killed somebody, get out. This guy shot somebody, got out. I made a phone call. That's my charge. My charge is a phone call for conspiracy. I'm gonna kill you with. To conspire, it has to be two or more persons to conspire. You know how many co-defendants I have?
How many?
None.
Yeah.
0. So how do I get a conspiracy? I said, man, you lying. I said, Google me, Bryan Slayton. I have no co-defendant. I got convicted of conspiracy for drugs. They have no drugs.
This was back when you're 17. You're
still... No. This is the second time.
Okay, in Memphis.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but I was on the run. Remember when I left the hangout?
Right.
So when I got sentenced in Chattanooga, I got sentenced to 292 months for the drugs and the phone call, which was really for the phone call. There wasn't no drugs. I got sentenced to 96 months plus 18 months running bow-legged. Bow-legged means they run like this. I got to do the 222, the 96, then the 18.
Can you run them simultaneously?
That's consecutive. That's concurrent.
So bow-legged is when you got to do that one, then that one. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Might as well give up.
Yeah, the headache. Well, you want to, but then you see somebody in jail who got 7 life sentences, bow-legged. Now, there's a guy in Chattanooga called Vic Novine. They call him Little John Gotti. He came down to Pollock with me. He from Boone Heights. When he seen Gene said, let me see this guy who supposed to be my brother. Because they called him Little John Gotti, Gene. Mm-hmm. So he said he met him. Gene called the judge. Had the lawyer call the judge. I said, how can you give this guy 7 life sentences? Well, my brother is the real John Gotti, and he didn't get but 45. He got 45 years. Vic got 7 life sentences consecutive. Mm-hmm. Vic killed nobody, shot nobody, beat nobody up, hit nobody with a firecracker, a bat, or none of that. He just got out. Trump pardoned him. Yeah, he just got out. He done like 37. So they throwed us away for crack. But the thing about crack, if you smoke crack, it was horrible. Back in there, it was horrible. But when you do 6 months in the jail, you come back out, you can never tell you smoke crack. You get all your weight back. Now this new drug, that meth, man, if you on meth for 3 weeks, you don't have no teeth, you had holes in your face. And then they got the other stuff called propofol or whatever this fentanyl.
Fentanyl, they say it's bad.
Dying. They haven't seen a law today about fentanyl. Not one law. But the crack epidemic, when that guy, basketball guy, remember Lynn Byers?
Yeah.
Oh man, it was horrible, man. Crack killed Lynn Byers. I'm like, man, let me Google. How many people died of crack? I don't know nobody died of crack. They might have died with crack and something else. Nobody died of crack.
Fentanyl's a whole lot worse.
Man, since I've been home, it's been over 300 deaths. Like 60 people I know.
You have literally, when you got out, tell me how this evolved into Bad Raps, the restaurant. In fact, I went down there Thursday, and I was almost there, and my phone rang, and I had to come back to Cleveland. I was down in Chattanooga,
right? And
I was going to stop.
Okay, you anytime.
But tell me how that evolved.
Well, I started cooking at my mother's house, and
after prison. After jail.
No, what happened when I came home? My business was COVID. I'm CDC certified to spray for COVID, mold, and mildew.
Where'd you get that?
Certification in jail, and when I came home, I linked up with a guy out of California. He has a place called Supreme.
So you were able to spray for COVID?
No, it was COVID when I was in the halfway house. I got a year in the halfway house. So I was working for a guy named Tony Oliver. He has a cleaning company. But what he do sometime when I'm out for him, he let me spray a building. I had my own equipment. I bought my own equipment. I got certificates, got my training, and I was going to do good. But the halfway house would let me go further. I had a band on my leg then. So if it wasn't one of Tony's properties, or he didn't call and say I can do it, I couldn't do it. So I couldn't leave the halfway house. That's how I worked for Tony. So I sprayed a couple of buildings, got me a little money. I said, okay, this is going to be great. Then everybody at the halfway house got COVID, besides me. So they let me go to home confinement. While I'm at home confinement, my cousin died. Now, my cousin, he's a vet. I stay on Highland Park. Highland Park is here. And the National Cemetery is here, maybe like one street over. They wouldn't let me go to the funeral. Horrible. The next day they let me go.
Oh, you could about throw 2 rocks there.
Right. The next day they let me go all the way to Lookout Valley and go to the hospital. I said, but you wouldn't let me see my cousin. This is the kind of stuff you deal with it now. Yeah. So I'm at home and I'm mad now because now COVID, they got a lot of stuff going on. Take the test, don't take the test, take this pill, wear the mask, don't wear the mask. So people's quit getting sprayed. So now I got all this equipment, I got all these chemicals, and I can't get nothing. And this all the money I saved up from jail. I put it in that because I figured, well, make a long story short, that didn't work. So I'm at home one day and I'm cooking for my grandkids. I said, I'm gonna let y'all taste some wraps that I made in jail. I gave them, they hate them, horrible. Yeah, So my next door neighbor come on, my mother's next door neighbor. He has what they call the Southern Belle. You ever heard of Southern Belle?
The boat?
Yeah. That's my mother's neighbor.
Oh, is that, yeah.
John Reinhardt. He kind of like took care of my mother when I was gone. I never met him till I came home. Took care of my grandkids. My grandkids called him uncle. And my children and my sister.
Well, don't you appreciate somebody like
love
that?
Love him to death right now. So he takes, he said, man, that's pretty good, man. You can bring that on my truck, on my boat. I said, for real, John? He said, yeah. I said, man, you just teasing. So we having fun. And another guy tasted. He said, man, that's good. Can you make one for my wedding? He said, yeah. I said, how much you charge me? I don't know what to charge.
You're making them out of your grandmother's?
Out my mother's house.
Out of your mother's house.
So he told me to make him 50. I made him 50 for his wedding. He came back and said, man, everybody love those wraps. I said, you lying, man? He said, no. He said, man, I want 75 and somebody else want to order some. So I went from making on orders, like one day a week. But it was cool because I go work with Tony during the week. Maybe if I get a spray job, I'll be cool. But I work with him. He going to give me like $200 a week, so it's okay. So the next Sunday, somebody came over and said, man, you got 5 of them wraps? So I started making wraps. And it was good for a minute. Then it kind of got overwhelming because now I'm taking all the space in my mother's refrigerator. You know, and they can't live. People knock on the door every 5 minutes. So I made enough money selling the wraps. I sleep on the floor now because I don't have a bed. I slept on the floor for 2 years. Not because we were poor, but because I refused to buy a bed in my mother's house and get comfortable and live in my mother's house. And I couldn't get a place of my own because I was still in the halfway house first. And second, I didn't have, what you call that? I didn't have check stubs. I didn't have credit.
To get an apartment.
And I didn't have rental history. I said, well,
did you sleep on a mattress?
No, I slept on the floor.
The hard floor?
The hard floor. Hard floor.
Sleeping bag?
No, a pallet. There's a sheet and a blanket, and a pillow.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and I made enough money to buy a truck from the floor within 9 or 10 months.
A food truck?
A food truck.
Where do you buy a food truck?
I went online, and they got a place in China. Don't do it. It's a game. And I got scammed. I didn't lose no money, but I got scammed a few times, like $100. And there's a guy in Hickson that had a trailer. He said, man, I want $16,000. He said, I want $12,000 for it. Now, mind you, I'm on the floor. I'm making maybe 50 raps a day, whatever. Because now it went past just 1 day a week to 2 days a week to 3 days a week. I'm making like 4 days a week. So I'm making the money, and I come up with like 13.5. He let me get it for 12.5. And I had $1,000, and I got the truck. Got the truck home. Matter of fact, the guy who I worked for, Tony, he brought it home. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't have no truck to pull it, nothing. So
you're making them in the parking lot?
In front of my house now.
Yeah. Is it in pretty good shape?
The truck?
Yeah.
Oh, immaculate. I'll let you see it. I don't know if these people calling for these tickets. Hold on. So I started cooking there. And some kind of way, the people at the Urban League taste my food. They say, man, that's pretty good, man. So what he got? He got a food truck? I said, yeah, we got an incubator. Now, when I heard from the Urban League, when I was young, they used to help ladies. You know, it's cool, but they help the ladies. So they said, well, they want to help you. So I go down and talk to her and say, yeah, well, we help you. We got an incubator. I said, I knew they helped ladies trying to get me to get a baby. But I don't know what an incubator is. But I know what the incubator used to be, helping babies. I said, man, I don't want no more children. This lady crazy. She said, no, we got a program that you go through proof. I said, okay. So I thought I knew about selling food and doing all that. I didn't know. They taught me how to weigh food, how to shop for food, how to cook food, the ins and outs of safety. And they really got me on and said, well, what you're learning, and we see you're serious about and passionate about doing this, we want to go a little further. Maybe you can get a grant. So we said, we got a grant that we offer. You got to fill it out. So I filled the grant out about 4 or 5 times and missed it. Some kind of way with these grants, I don't know what it is.
Something weird about it.
When you put it in, if you don't put all the information in and come back, all that's wiped out. Huh. You got to do it all in one setting. And I might have done it 4 times and couldn't get it. I sit there and prayed about it, did it, and I got the grant. They gave me $5,000.
Not a lot. You could almost sell that many sandwiches, right?
Right, but I had $5,000 at one time.
Yeah.
Now I had $12,000, $13,000 at one time.
But that 5 helped you too.
That 5 helped me go get a truck. Now I bought a truck for $4,600.
To haul?
To haul.
I see, yeah.
So now, it's by the time I'm leaving the halfway house. June the 1st, I was able to leave the halfway house. I can move around without having the monitor on. Mm-hmm. So I started moving around with the truck. I go to one spot. It was doing pretty good.
Where do you go?
I went to a couple of restaurants. I went to a couple of guys that I know that they own their own business. Mm-hmm. Like one guy got a tie shop. So I sit in front of his spot. Now, my mama's spot's still cool because everybody know me from being there. Yeah. And what happened, the truck went out. Transmission went out. Mm. So now I'm back at my mother's house again. But it's still cool because I got some following now. Mm. And I'm talking to the guy that was at Proof who helped me learn all this. He said, well, I got a spot on MLK. I said, yeah, but my truck broke. He said, yeah, but I got a spot at MLK. I said, yeah, but my truck broke. He said, man, I got a spot on MLK.
He meant a real building, right?
I said, yeah. I said, man, listen, my truck broke. He said, man, are you slow? I said, oh, I can come down here? He said, yeah. I said, yeah. So I come down there, took down there. And man, I was down there 3 weeks. I met Bob Corker.
Did it have all the equipment in it to make stuff?
Oh yeah, it's immaculate. Oh, it's immaculate. He had everything. So, and now he leased it out to me. So I'm gonna lease, my lease come up at the end of this month. Well, to today. So I got to do another lease next year.
Is he gonna be okay?
We got to see what he gonna charge. You know.
What's he been charging?
He charged like $1,400
a month.
Yeah.
Surely he'll do it the same, right?
Well, I would love him and do. I mean, but everything is increasing. Now he kind of held my hand, you know, and it ain't his fault. I don't have no help. It ain't because he done everything he can do. Since I've been on his platform, I three newspapers I've been in. I got a magazine I've done. I'm doing this talk show. I've done
the discussion.
There are 2 more talk shows I've done, and I met countless people. You know, so I'm getting some swag. So what I would really like maybe as an investor or somebody who can take this level to take it to another level. I know I ain't gonna be able to cook all my life, but I might can put it on the shelf. I might can patent the sauce. You know, I might can make it a franchise. Because I still got a food truck. If I had some help, me having the building and the food truck, that's a franchise. If I can get it rolling enough time.
You got to start somewhere. You got to have a goal.
Right. So that's what I would like to do. But like I said, even if I can't get this next lease, I still have the truck.
Well, he needs to renew that.
Well, I would love for him to renew it.
He needs to renew.
But he's been A1 Yoda with me, man. He's taking me through, but he can't just hold my hand on everything. I get that because he is business too. But it's been all right.
So what is significant about your wraps? Are they made?
They made.
I mean, you made them in prison, actually.
I made them in prison, and in prison it was so crazy because we got crude methods of cooking. We use a garbage can.
I seen that guy on the internet, Guerrero. Do you ever watch him?
No, but it's a fruit. It's a few different ones I've seen.
Yeah.
But we break the iron, like you iron your clothes with.
Yeah.
Hook it up, turn it upside down, put grease in the pan. That's how you cook. But you have to have sticks to get the food out. So it's real crude.
Yeah.
And that was so one day what I want to do, you know, probably one day I want to have a tutorial how we cooked in jail.
Yeah.
Down at Washington.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you got to be, necessity's the mother of invention.
That's
and
right.
that's the truth, isn't it?
That's right.
I mean, that's the truth.
Because, man, we cook, and I'm going to tell you how good the food is. I mean, I think my food is the best, but the officer, we got a bad officer on, you can't cook, period. But a good officer on, you let you eat, man, them guys come and eat, and they say, you can cook, but make me 5. So you might make the officer 5 wraps, and you know, so I was selling like for $7 a wrap in there. So it was all right. But see, now I got different ingredients I can use out here now.
So what do you use with the wraps? Just like you buy it, like Subway has those big round wraps?
No, it's kind of like Subway, but mine is different. See, mine, and I'm not bragging, but since I've been home making wraps, I've seen 3 major restaurant chains now sell the wraps that I'm trying to say. I'm like, wow.
Are they a little spicy?
I got spicy, I got mild, and I got spicy. And how mine is, I say, if you don't like them, you don't pay for them. I don't know nobody else on earth that does that.
No.
My wraps come with 2 things, a guarantee, and it comes with a disclaimer. The disclaimer is they're mildly addictive. You got to eat at your own risk. Yeah. And I got steak, shrimp, salmon, beef, chicken, vegetable, and I got pies. I got apple pies, peach pies, and strawberry. And I got flavored fries. Nobody has flavored fries.
What kind of flavor?
Lemon pepper, Cajun, Parmesan, garlic, ranch, onion, and you can mix and match.
Now, how did you learn this?
Well, when you in jail, you always longing for something else. If you don't work in the mess hall, you got to get what they give you. And you just get to mixing stuff up. Say, man, I don't want to eat that today. Because, like, we eat a lot of soups and tuna fish. I'm going to make next year a tuna fish nacho. Guarantee you'll knock your socks off.
Would you, in jail, you eat a lot of soups?
Oh, yeah. That's a staple.
You mean like from
the ramen noodle? The
ramen noodle.
Yeah, the ramen noodle. That's the staple.
Because they're cheap.
That's it. I mean, everything in jail is cheap. It's not cheap, but it's cheap.
Cheap ingredients.
Yeah. So now I can use some better ingredients, so it tastes better. But certain things you can't get on the street that you can get in jail. You can't buy a turkey log, a Geno turkey log. You cannot buy it nowhere in Chattanooga. Nowhere in the United States unless you got a guy in jail. You send him money, you send him home.
Is there something in jail that you had to eat that you'll never eat again? You just don't want to see them no more.
Oh yes. Thighs and drumsticks. Won't eat them.
You had too many of them?
Too many. Hated them. Now, I like breasts and wings anyway. But that's all they gave us in prison was thighs and drumsticks.
There ain't nothing on them, is there?
Yeah, but I just hate them. I don't eat them. Somebody cooked me. I made some baked thighs, and man, you can have them. I don't want them. And I'm not trying to be, but I don't want them. I never eat them. I would not eat them.
So your wraps, are they flour wraps or tortilla wraps?
Well, it depends on what you get. But my wraps are amazingly delicious. That's the only sign, amazingly delicious. And I guarantee you, this guy's come in there and say, man, I don't eat these wraps. I said, well, just taste them. The worst you can do with bad wraps is get a free meal. That's the worst you can do. Well, I don't eat onions. I don't eat tomatoes. Guy come back and says, man, can I get 10 of them? I said, did you taste the onion? Yeah. Taste the tomato? Yeah. You want 10 more? Yeah. And he wouldn't eat. He said, man, one guy, he said he don't eat onions, period. He haven't ate onions in 15 years. He said, man, I feel so bad to my wife, man. I got to take this home to my wife. I never ate an onion in my wife's food. For 15 years, I ate that. I got to take her a wrap just to let her know that I ain't been lying to her. He just told me out of it. And people love the wraps. I mean, I'm getting good swag.
Are they real big?
Depending, I mean, they're nice for what you pay for. Now, the biggest one's going to be the shrimp. The shrimp, the salmon, or the vegetable, because there's more ingredients in them. The other just sauce.
So cheese?
Cheese, yeah, and meat.
Is this, when you say sauce, is it a secret sauce?
Exactly. That's what I want to patent. That's what I want to get somebody to take it to the next level.
So you think your sauce is maybe a big key?
Well, it's a sauce in the preparation of the meat, because you can have some good sauce, but the meat, just regular meat, just I season the meat. I cook all my meat. I cook the salmon. I smoke the salmon. First of all, where do you get smoked salmon at?
I don't even know.
That's right. I smoke the salmon. I do the shrimp. I make a scampi. Then I make the Alfredo. So it's a scampi Alfredo on the shrimp. I make the Caribbean rice. Never had it. I make the Cajun cabbage. So when all them flavors get together, then with my sauce, they be like, man, this is... I tell you what they
use the same sauce?
Yes.
Well, I like that idea.
But if you taste them, if you taste the guys...
So it's the sauce and the other ingredients gives it the variation.
What you call that when it's a synergistic effect? Synergy.
Synergy,
yeah. It's synergy. When it hits, it's just like, man, what is this? Yeah, and I have no problem with it. And like I told her, I said, if you don't like it, you don't pay for it.
So did you create this sauce at your mother's?
No, I made this in prison.
Oh.
I made this in prison. But now that I'm home, I can add more flavors to it.
But it's still basically the main.
It's basically, but I added 2-3 more components out here, and it's like it's taking off. And
so you don't have. You're one of the few places that has wraps that has fries with it rather than wraps and potato chips.
Right.
So that's unusual in itself.
I'm the only one, and then I'm the only one who fry my wraps.
Yeah, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. When you taste them, you're going to be like, man, for real?
So you fry them on one of those hot...
No, that's a panini.
Yeah.
That's a difference. See, that's that Italian in me.
Yeah.
I learned that.
Yeah.
That's panini. That's panini press.
Yeah.
No. He deep fry the wraps. Yes, sir.
Deep fry them? You mean like...
Yes, sir. And when you hit them, it is retarded. Yeah.
Now, do they cut it when somebody orders them? You cut it in half or cut it?
Sometimes they ask me to cut them in half.
Yeah.
Sometimes they just hit it. It's the perfect fan food. So I know if I go to any football games, any baseball game, any tailgates, I'm gonna kill them. But I haven't been able to move because I'm kind of restricted with my mobility with being
at one location now.
But no, it's better not the location, because when I went to different spots, I had to do everything by myself.
Yeah.
Load the generators, cook the food. So I got to cook the food, go take your order, make the chain, go take your order. You know, that's just a lot of stuff. And everybody see the glamour part of a food truck. Oh, he making money. But they don't see you got to clean up. You got to get the health inspector guy. You got to have everything up the pot. You got to
drive it home.
Then when you drive it home, you got to clean it up. Then you got to put the generator up.
God,
you know, it's a lot of stuff. So it worked out better for me being at me being at the building. But still, it's some challenges, because like if 40 people come in, somebody got to wait.
Yeah, and they come in at 11:15 and think you're all just sitting there, got everything ready.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, because I cooked the order, so that's another thing that people like because it's not just laying right there all day. I cook the order.
So it's like, what do they call that, fast casual, or what is that? Or is that just,
It's just
casual?
I won't say it's casual, but it's unique to me because that's one of the things that I provide for my clients. I provide when you come in there, you're gonna get something fresh, off the press, not you know how you go to McDonald's sometimes and the fries be there.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it ain't.
You're like, man.
You never know.
Yeah, like
Now, is your place, about how big is it?
it might be 2 of these rooms.
So it's small. You have any sitting tables?
Yeah, I got. When you go in there, you go like the ambiance. Now you realize now it's not my spot, but it's a spot I'm occupying right now. But I done some little touches, you know. Got a nice TV, nice radio system, got a mirror, got some good flowers, some good plants. Good pictures, you know. And then the spot nice, the heat good, you know. And it's right on MLK. Mm-hmm. Now, depending on what kind of agreement he and I make for this month, I'm gonna try to add on because it's a place called Riverfront Property. What they do, they put live seating outside, so you can have outside seating with a canopy and all that. Mm-hmm. They'll do that because they're trying to revamp MLK. But it's not my building, so I can't just really get out there. Can't have no lighting, you know. Yeah. Because like it's in the lease that I can't put a light attached to the building. Like
so you're restricted to just inside your 4 walls.
No, I can be outside, but it can't be nothing permanent.
You got to take a table and set it out there and bring it back in?
Yeah.
So how many people can you sit in the inside?
What I have in there, because like I said, I've been meeting a lot of people. A lot of people came in from the school. Mm-hmm. So I think I had one time 45 people in there.
So you got 5 tables, 10?
Maybe like 2 tables. But the seating arrangement is just so nice. And what's going on, I met this guy, and he has a prison reform. And I'm in a prison reform because that's what I want to do. I mean, if I had my choice to do anything, it'd be to help the guys come out of prison because when we come out, we kind of behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, real bad.
Man, from what to stay, healthcare, banking, dental, it's just ridiculous. Like one thing I can say, when I came out, I got a bank account. Okay, you should have get a bank account. But what they gave me was a debit card. Had I had any sense, I knew about the banking, that is probably the worst thing you could ever do in banking, period, is have a debit card.
You can't keep up with nothing.
Well, no, you can keep up with it, but it defeats the purpose. Say, if I got a debit card, I got a bank account. My bank account has $1,000 in it. I take y'all out to eat. I pay $500, take my debit card, they pay for it. It was paid for, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't lose no money. Debt was paid. But I had a prepaid credit card with $1,000 on it. The debt's still gonna be paid. Now I'm gonna get some money, and my credit gonna raise for me paying the $500. Mm-hmm. All the money I spent with the debit card is just dead money. So that's a waste of time. Yeah. Now I do advocate for a debit card when you go to a spot that's kind of seedy. You have $100 debit card. I say, I don't know, they might have something wrong with the credit card machine. I don't want to put my credit in there. I don't want to put this in there. So I put the little Cash App card, a chime. It got $100 on it, so the worst I can lose is $100.
And that's more like a gift card you get at Walmart.
So, so I can buy some gas, buy something to eat. Yeah. Then if anything go wrong, you don't have access to my whole account.
Yeah. I always wondered about them. You always leave $4 or $5 on it and you can't use it. Yep. I bet they make a lot of money by people not using that 30 cents or something.
Because you throw them away. Oh,
yeah.
Met a guy in prison. I would say, all these guys, you meet these stories. You say, man, listen. Say, you guys got money, man. So what's it, man? I said, I bought my first Maserati off nickels and dimes. You guys don't get all the change. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, you black guys come in here, you spend $20 and $18.19, you leave the change. Well, I take all the change and I put it in the thing. So I bought my first Maserati with change. What? And that stuck with me. So now I keep the change. Oh, I like to have my change.
Yeah. Oh, I always take the change.
Yeah,
I hate it when they said, you want to round it up to give to, like, I need charity begins at home.
Right. I said, somebody might say, you having a spare change?
Yeah.
And you got a spare job?
Yeah.
What? I got a spare change? No, I don't have that.
Do you have Coca-Cola come and put that
No.
fountain drinks in, or how you do that?
No. I buy my own drinks. I go to Sam's, or now I'm go to Gordon's, and I buy in bulk, and I make a lot of lemonade. People love the lemonade.
So you have Coca-Cola and lemonade, or just lemonade?
I have Coca-Cola, lemonade. I have Sprite. I have tea. I have coffee, and I have fruit juice.
So you can get any one of them.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it ever overwhelming?
A lot, especially like when I'm by myself, and I'm like, man, because I got a chance right now as we speak to go to UTC and cook. I'll be right next door to Chick-fil-A. Now I think my food maybe is on par. I'm a little biased now with Chick-fil-A's, but you can't deal with that customer service Chick-fil-A guy.
You can't do it.
Man, them guys, if you got a line from here all the way to Georgia, in 20 minutes,
It'd
it's
be
done.
clear.
It's done. So now if 20 guys come to me, I'm by myself, I got to cook, got to take the order, I got to pack the food up and get the money. So I got to take my gloves off and get the money, wash my hands, and do that again. So.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, so yeah.
Is it hard finding help?
Yeah, because everybody think they value is what it is, and it might be. I can't say what your value is because you know what you think your value is, but I know what I can't pay. So I can't, because you think you worth $25 an hour. I can't pay that. I don't make $25 an hour, and I own it. And what's really crazy is you would ask me for that kind of money, but then you go put a application in at Volkswagen and ask them, well, what you gonna pay me?
Yeah.
But you come down there and demand.
Yeah.
You come down and demand that I pay you $15 an hour, $16 an hour. So I want somebody who's gonna build with the brand, or somebody who's gonna invest in the brand, or somebody who can take the brand to another level. If you ain't doing none of that, I'm gonna have to do what I can do by myself till I can get there.
And there's some people that just can't work in a factory. They'd just rather work. You got to find the person that wants to be in that environment, and
Right.
they're there.
Yeah, right.
They're there.
Right. And I say, listen, man, it's a difference between me giving you a job and you wanting to work at this job. Mm-hmm. Because if you really want to work at this job, you be saying like, man, you got it down here. Let me take the truck out. I already built the clientele up. Right now, if you Google bad raps, I might got 5 stars. That's hard to do.
That is hard to do.
Yeah, I got 5 stars. I got 5 stars on Google, on Yelp, and I got one on Chat Taste. I'm part of Chat Taste right now. So it's going good. So, but why would you want to, if you feel that you really want to help me, take the truck. The brand already established. Take the truck, come down and get the food, and go cook it.
What time y'all close at 9?
8 to 8. Now, I'll be there 8 in the morning.
But you don't open at 8, or do you just get there at 8?
I'll be there at 8, open up at 8. When I get there,
But who would want a wrap at 9 in the morning?
I be doing breakfast sometime. I do breakfast bagels. And the bagels are awesome. It's something like nobody never tasted. Like, now these are bagels? Yeah. Like, man, it's my bagel, they chewy and doughy. No, this is a whole different bagel.
So are you there every morning open for breakfast?
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and every other Saturday. But Saturday, I come late. Saturday, I come like from 10 to 10. But what I want to do is I want to open up from 10 to 10, but I want to stay open about 4 in the morning because now City Cafe is closed. Nothing's downtown. Yeah. So don't you know what kind of, because my food is taking roughly
Where are you
50,
from, City Cafe?
3 minutes. City Cafe is by where City Cafe is, I stay right behind City Cafe. That's the West Side Project.
Okay.
Now where I am now is, you ever heard of Mimo's?
Yep.
Hutton and Smith? Mm-hmm. I'm right across the street from Hutton and Smith, right on the same side of Mimo's. Yeah.
It's a good location, isn't it?
Great, because I got the college kids.
Yep.
And what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get the mop bucks. Now that might come off this year. You know how big that'll be?
Oh, it'd be big.
Yeah, because it's like 10,000 students. They get like $50, $100 on their card. Shh. They come out there, swipe.
And with your thing, they could take a wrap home and eat it later, right?
Yeah. The best thing for the wraps, if you want to warm them up, reheat them, is you use the air fryer.
Air fryer.
Yep. Yeah, so it's coming.
Do you ever think that you might take this to another level, or will you have to have some real help to do that?
I would want to take it to another level, and most definitely gonna need some help because it's some stuff I don't know. I'm not prone to. I know everything. I just know what I got to do to take care of my bills, take care of my responsibilities, and then try to put me up something. Cause like we not young anymore. So
We gotta have something.
yeah, we not young anymore. I mean, I'm staying in an apartment. My apartment's so small. If you sneeze, you miss the whole apartment. You know, it's okay for me because I'm a bachelor, I'm by myself, but I got to have some more. I got maybe 3 rooms. I got the room, the bathroom, and the living room. That's it.
Let me ask you this: how did you get the daughter? You mentioned the daughter. Where did that come into this play?
Oh, you think one? I got 5.
5.
But let me tell you what happened. When I left, I had 1. Me and mother.
At 18, you already had one?
No, I didn't have the 1. She was born the day I got sentenced.
Was you married to her?
Her mother, no. But I've been married. So the day I got sentenced, she was born. I went to prison, so I came home in '96. We hung out for maybe like 4 or 5 months until that stuff happened and I had to leave. But when I came home out of prison now, I got 3 more daughters. I'm like, well, who was your daddy the whole time I was gone? One 39, she just turned 39.
Yeah.
The other 36. Like, who was y'all daddy when I was gone? So I had to take a test. I said, man, if you claim me, I claim you, and we go from there. We can't go back. You know, your mother never told me about you. So we building relationships now. So yeah. And then I made one when I was on the run. That's the one. That's the baby now. I made her in 98. She born 98. That's a miracle. She the baby.
Well, that's a lot of pressure too, isn't it? Golly.
It's pressure now. But really the pressure is now is all the friends that I have are the friends that got caught up with me on this charge. And it's a strain now because they were my friends. And now it's like we got to look at each other, want to fight. You know. But I told, he said, man, when this dude told on you, I said, listen, man, if he told it, it's because he didn't know. He was young, we was young. But it make us at odds. Do I want to kill him? No. At one time, everybody, I want to set up out the front door, shoot everything, come out the back. But
it's almost like it was just the fog of war. You ever heard that expression?
Yeah.
Who knew what was right? Everybody was just trying to
go on to get it. Right.
Just.
But then later, you see, I'm like, man, why would I want to kill this guy? I really know this guy. Now, right now, I don't have nobody to hang out with.
Yeah.
Because all my friends, my enemies, because you said they're my enemy. Because you told them to tell on me. You know, like the one guy, Bernard, this guy was, I promise you, this guy worked every day. Every day. I just say, hey, go down and pick that up for me. All right, bro. He get caught up on the case. He do 8, and he don't do no long time. But any time is 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I think he done 18 months. I think Robert done about like 20 months.
And it brands you, no matter what they say, right?
It brands you because like they convicted felons now. I'm a convicted felon, regardless of what I do. And my problem with this, like I told the judge, I met Mr. Brockton, I say, my thing is this country was made on the premises of taxation without representation. That's what the whole war was about.
That's why they came over here.
Right.
Or that's why they fought.
Right. Okay, so
The
now,
Tea Party.
The Tea Party.
Yeah.
And everybody who was on the Tea Party was a criminal from
Exactly.
England.
Exactly.
Not only were they a criminal, they were convicted criminals because they got put out of jail over there. And all those guys who signed at John Hancock and all that, all them guys got assassinated. They don't tell that in history. But they say, well, they died strangely in weird circumstances.
Yeah.
Man, they were assassinated. King had them all assassinated.
Yeah.
But now, here I am, I'm getting taxation without representation. Nobody speaks for the criminal. Somebody might speak for old people. Gay rights, they speak for them. Children rights, they speak for them. Alcohol anonymous, they speak for them. Drug addicts, they speak for them. Nobody speaks for somebody who's locked up. Now, I'm home now. Not only I'm home, I'm paying taxes. And I'm paying working wages. And I'm paying business taxes. But nobody's speaking to my issues. Nobody's speaking to a guy who come out of prison and got nowhere to stay. Who sleep on his mother's floor. Who speak to that? That's not even on the ballot.
You're still trying to survive, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. I say an apartment. My apartment is this room. This is it. You look at my whole apartment right now. This is a room in your mansion. This is my whole house. And you got to compartmentalize everything. Now I'm a fat guy. So 40 sweater folded up is right here. So you know what I'm saying? So don't have a jacket and those 2 pair of tennis shoes, then it's over with. Yeah, so yeah, you still pay for it.
If you had to say, did you think that God helped you get out? Or do you think it's...
Definitely. Every day I wake up. You know how many people went to jail and never came home? One guy named Thomas Cook, I'm gonna say his name, God bless the dead. He had life sentence. He raised me from the west side. They just passed a law to let him come home. 2 days before they signed the law, he died. Lost his mother, lost his sister, lost his auntie, and lost his dad. He get to go home and hang out with his son, but he died. So yeah, it's a blessing. I knew guys were going home, the same day they were going home, get stabbed in the neck, die. Oh, it's most definitely a blessing I'm here. It was definitely, even this conversation. How would I meet you?
It was just a chance.
It's just a chance. No, God don't do no chances. God say, I'm gonna put you right here with him. Now, something big finna happen to me for being right here with you. And I met a teacher.
Yeah.
See, that them be the roads that you don't know you're gonna travel. Somebody, you know, I used to that poem when they say I used to see 2 footprints.
Oh,
then
yeah,
I see
yeah,
1 footprint.
yeah. Where was you at?
Yeah, he said, man,
He said,
I was carrying you, bro. I went up past the street, got to come back and turn up and down. The folks, I had to turn back up in here.
But you really believe it? Was you praying in jail? I hope I get out.
Yes, my prayer, my solemn prayer was to get out while my mother's still living, or my sister's living, and be a factor in my one daughter's life at the end.
You didn't know that, yeah.
Well, the other girl was pregnant, but you know she was pregnant, and we didn't know who.
Yeah.
But as soon as I seen the baby, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And so just come on.
No
come
need
on.
in getting.
Yeah, for what? Yeah, just like me. Now the other 2, we build a rapport. Now my quest for them now, I want them to take a picture. I say, man, I should never have to do a video, or interview, take some pictures or photos, and I don't have y'all in the background. That's retarded to me. I can't say retarded. The lady told me the other day, if people are autistic, they don't like retarded. That's crazy to me that you guys not on the picture. I mean, you should come in a restaurant and you should see my children and me. Because this y'all. Whatever I do, it's going to be y'all's. And it will behoove you guys to learn how to some of this business. Because if I die tomorrow, what you guys going to do?
Well, I think about that with my boys, and it scares me thinking. One thing that makes me push through problems is thinking, well, if I can push through this one, maybe they won't have to push through that one as hard.
Right.
And I was talking to this guy, real rich guy one time, and I said, hey, you ever get burned out? And he said, yeah, I do. Mm-hmm. And I said, what do you do? And he said, look at your kids. And I said, what do you mean? He said, just look at your kids. And I said, I don't understand. What do you mean? He said, just look at your kids. You'll go back to work.
That's right. Ain't nobody gonna save me. And I tell my daughters all this, I said, listen, nobody's here to save me. Ain't nobody gonna throw me no life jacket. If I don't get it, I don't have it. So it be time when I can't stand up. Back when my neck got broken in jail. I thought I had a surgery, but I wouldn't let them operate on me because I got into it with a couple of police. I'm like, nah, you're not gonna work on my neck, and then I'll be paralyzed. So I have back problems periodically, and sometimes I can get out of bed. But I know if I stay in bed 2 days, ain't no rent we paid next week. The food ain't gonna be made. So in that instance, I'd be like, shh, it's super overwhelming. But I look to the alternative.
So you're just gonna show me something?
Oh yeah. This is what I keep. I keep this every day. I don't leave home without it. And this is matter of fact, me and a couple of guys was on live today. See, we keep that. That let me know.
Golly.
Yeah, that lets me know every time I get to thinking crazy, thinking like, man, I need to get this money or do something crazy. I look at that card and I remember standing up at 4 o'clock count. I remember being in the cell with the door locked, with water up the hill, with people's bodies floating around during Hurricane Katrina, and all the police gone. See, I remember that. See, and I remember guys getting stabbed. So that has stopped me from doing crazy or doing something crazy. I don't want that no more. I remember the feeling when I seen the police come to my door after a riot and say, come down. I'm thinking I'm finna go to jail behind a riot. And he said, man, Dad just died. So I remember that. So now, that's the grounder. Throw that away. No, I ain't gonna throw that away. Yeah, I won't throw that away. And sometimes I do push up, I look at that. I'm out of shape, eating too much. I do that. Yeah, I keep that with me. Yep, that's what it is.
Hey, give us your address.
It's 426 East Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, right next to Mimo's, across the street from Hutton Smith, on the side of Calliope. Best food in the city, the baddest brand in the land. How we do is say the Lord gonna lead you and bad rapper gonna feed you. Huh? If you don't like it, don't pay for it. Yep.
Hey, go see him next week.
Yeah, y'all come down. Y'all come down, man. And it's gonna be a stone cold blast. It's something like they never tasted. I think it's unique.
You got any Tabasco on the side?
Yeah, but I make it mild and I make it spicy.
So spicy, is it real hot?
No, but it's real good. Cause the lady tasted last night. Said, I don't want no spicy stuff. I said, ma'am, I said the worst you can do, ma'am, if you don't like it, you don't pay for it. Cause I ain't gonna. She ate it and called me back. Said, man, I should have got 3. You didn't tell me. I said, I told you. He said, yeah, it's really good. I said, man, it's pie. Say, I make pies. Say, I make pies. Say, this is, man, what is this? What you got in it? I can't tell you what I got in it, but yeah, I got in it.
So is there seating in there during lunch?
Yes, I would like to show you.
I'm gonna come down there.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm gonna bring a friend of mine from Chattanooga and we're gonna eat there.
I tell you what, we got the nicest couches, probably in Chattanooga. I mean, super nice couches. And the seating, like, it's limited, but people come in and get their food and leave, and somebody will go down there.
The more difficult a place is to get into, a lot of times it'll do better.
Yeah, well,
isn't that weird?
But it's not difficult. It's when you come in there, you go like, oh, okay. People come in and say, man, it's a nice ambiance. And yes, it really be good.
Hey, I wish you well, and I think that you're going to go places.
Well, I need to go, man. And thank you for having me, man.
I'm glad you came.
Let me meet your people, man. Hey, everybody, Mr. Dee Burris people, thank y'all, man, for tuning in, man, and come and see me, man. Like, and I'm not that big-headed that I won't take no good advice, but I do take advice with a grain of salt, because like sometimes you say, man, well, you can do this, and I say, okay, do you really feel like this? And yes, I say, well, let's invest. Mm-hmm. When you don't invest, I throw that advice out.
Right.
Because you don't tell me what you think I should do about money.
And it's so easy to give advice when you're not in it.
Right. And some advice be cool, some general practicalities. Mm. Like one lady told me, say, I don't eat shrimp. I'm allergic to shrimp. I said, well, I don't cook them in the same thing. Say, yeah, but sometimes when you put them in the same bag or close to it, now that was good advice, because I might get somebody sick. So I took that. But then somebody else say, well, man, if you sold chicken wings and you make that kind of, I said,
you can't get involved in all that.
Yeah, I said, well, I don't have no problem with that. Are you gonna come and work? No, I ain't got time to work. Are you gonna invest? No, I know. I said, okay, I'm gonna sell wraps. And I'm gonna try to go from there. Yeah.
I was riding bicycles with this guy one time, and one guy said something to me. He said, "Hey, you ride your bike, and I'll ride mine."
Yeah, I ride mine. That's right. That's right.
That was good advice, I thought.
That's great advice. That's great advice. So we go from there. All right, man. So I'm gonna get out of here. I got a few more tickets to sell, and I got like 200 reps.
Seriously, come to get your address one more time.
426 East Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. You'll see 2 green turtles in front, and a sign say "Bad Reps, Incarcerated." And y'all come and see me, man. You know, like, just come there. And I like for you guys, sometimes you come. Sometimes I'm short-staffed. Call your order in. Well, call me, then text your order in. That way I can read it. Because sometimes when they call the order, say, I want this, and I can't remember. But if you text it to me.
Even Bob Corker eats there.
Oh, Bob Corker, Tim Kelly.
Tim Kelly? I hear he's a real nice guy.
Yeah, well, he's from the West Side. You know, I'm from the West Side. And then you have Mr. He got the biggest construction company in Chattanooga.
Don't tell me. I know his name.
Now, I work for him. I work for Tony.
Yeah.
But he's come down to eat.
Yeah.
Great guy.
What about Bruce Barrett's? He ever come down? Bruce?
Bruce?
You know Bruce owns that Bruce Barrett's clothing place?
Well, I know it's a guy, also come down there. Mr. Parks, T.U. Parks.
T.U. Parks, that's who
Yeah,
it was.
T.U. Parks, yeah. Super, man, this guy's super. Now, I work for Tony. And Tony has a cleaning company. He cleans his building. Man, Mr. Parks always gave me a big Christmas bonus. I don't work for Mr. Parks. I work for Tony. Big Christmas bonus.
Still, he gave.
And he called me, said, "Hey, man, I got some work up here on the mountain." That's when I found out the Lookout Mountain is Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. I never knew that. Man, and he came down to his shop. I mean, he always give me good business advice. Like I do, I fix some houses and stuff too. I do a little deal on. That's when I ask you what you did. And he gives me all the inside scoops, man, on what to do, how to buy the stuff. So, man, I met some good guys, man. It ain't me meeting these guys. I would have never met this guy. I sold drugs in the West Side Project. I got as far as McDonald's. And now I'm with juggernauts in the city. Even you. 30,000 people. Man, I hadn't seen 30 people in but prison. That's it. So, yeah, God working with me.
God is the answer to all of it, and I believe He's using you.
Well, I want to be you. If it feel this good, then you just keep on using me till you use me up, baby. You hear me?
Hey, I appreciate you coming.